If someone has ever suggested burying a loved one on the property to protect the home, stop right now. That advice has destroyed more estates than it's ever helped. If you're watching this, you are not being strange, you are being human. You just lost someone you love. You are now the personal representative of the estate. And suddenly, every decision feels heavy. The house is emotional. The land feels sacred. And then someone asks a question that stops the room. Why can't mom stay here forever? What if we bury dad on the property? Would that protect the home from taxes? Is this a smart inheritance move? In Orange County probate, we hear this more than you think. Families want to honor their parents. They want dignity, they want peace, and they want to avoid making a mistake they can't undo. Online, there are videos calling this a genius property tax hack. So let's slow this down, because this is where good intentions collide with California law. Leave your questions or share your experience in the comments below. Your insights help this community grow and learn together. Today, we're going to talk about this clearly. No scare tactics, no sales pressure, just the truth. Let's start with the most important question. Is it legal in California to bury a loved one on private property? The short answer is sometimes, rarely, and only with serious conditions. California does not freely allow home burials. Most families don't realize this, but burials are regulated at multiple levels. County rules, state law, land use, and zoning restrictions. In most Orange County neighborhoods, residential zoning does not allow private burials. HOA rules almost always prohibit it. Health department approval is required and burial permits must be recorded. Here's the part almost no one online talks about. Once a burial occurs, that land becomes legally restricted. The burial site must be disclosed forever. The use of the property may be permanently limited. This isn't symbolic, it's recorded. And if probate is open, you cannot just decide this on your own. Court approval may be required. All heirs may need to agree. Creditors' rights still apply. Skipping steps can trigger delays, title problems, legal disputes, and personal liability for you as a personal representative. This is where things start to unravel. Now let's talk about the myth. Burying a loved one on the land protects it from taxes. That is simply not true. A burial does not freeze property taxes. It does not prevent reassessment. It does not override Proposition 19 rules. The county assessors does not look at emotion. They look at ownership and transfer. The step up in basis is determined by who owns the property at death and how it's legally transferred. A burial does nothing to increase tax benefits. And then there's resale. This is where families panic later. Many buyers do not purchase a home with a burial on site. Some lenders will refuse financing. Title companies may flag the property. Market value can drop sharply. What felt like love in the moment can turn into a resale nightmare. And when siblings disagree later, this becomes explosive. Let me share a real story. A Southern California family lost their father. He loved the quiet land behind the house. It felt peaceful. One child said, "Dad always said he wanted to stay home." No one wanted conflict. They agreed. The burial happened quietly. No full permits, no full legal review. At first, it felt right. Then probate began. One sibling needed their inheritance. Another wanted to sell the home. A third lived out of state. That's when problems surfaced. The county flagged the burial. The title company froze the file. The buyer walked away. Months turned into years. Legal fees piled up. Relationship fractured. What started as love ended in court, not because the family was careless, but because no one explained the consequences early. If this question has crossed your mind, pause. Grief makes urgency feel logical. Probate punishes urgency. Slow down, understand the zoning and county rules. Orange County is strict. Understand your role as a personal representative. You have legal duties. You can be personally responsible. You are required to protect all heirs, not just one. And think of long term. Can this property be sold later? Will heirs agree forever? Will financing be restricted? This is not just a legal issue. It's a real estate issue. It's a probate issue. And it's a family dynamics issue. That's why coordinating guidance matters. If you are carrying the weight of these decisions, you are not alone. Most adult children in California feel exactly like you. Afraid of making the wrong call, trying to honor their parents, trying to keep peace, trying not to lose money or relationships. We guide families through probate, estate property decisions, and senior transitions every day here in Orange County. Calmly, clearly, without pressure. Subscribe so you don't miss future videos that help you understand what questions to ask before a decision locks you in. And reach out when you need clarity, because some choices cannot be undone. And the right guidance early can protect both your family and their legacy.